Dad did. Look up there. Here
We're
we
up
go.
11.15 now.
Here you go.
11
right
bucks
now.
up. I've never seen such a thing for a long time.
Oh, well, it's called super price volatility gap.
It's nice to be long.
And what happens is, Tina, the bears don't know when to come out, and we're on the bull side of this move right now. Isn't that wonderful? On Google.
It is.
And same here on Apple. Remember I said buy up and out of the money, the 420s.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be watching the $400 call right here because you can see how they damage those Apple calls. That's these right here, and I'm pointing at them. 22,000 of them traded yesterday. They were buying. And the thing about it is, we were doing it live and we were buying them. They finally got down to their bottom, $5. That's a 9:30 expiration on a Friday. Remember, it's not only the end of the month, but it's also where fund managers have to come in and try to perform.
This gap is giving about doubles the money from the close on the options on Google.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a 540 put, and we're going to put that right here. So we got a 549.30 put. And we also have that 550. Okay? Now, on the flip side, we're going to want to take a look, Tina, at, let's say, the 530 call that expires in, I'm going to put that right, I've got to put this in a market minder. All right, hold on. Let's put that right over here. Behind here, we'll put, that was an Amazon thing, but let's put the 530 call there on this Google. And we know that it closed at 25.70. How could that be? Is this correct?
No. It's at $9. Closed at $9.
Well, I was looking at a 1022 on this one. I wanted to wait that on the opening bell. What I want you to look at is the 530 call for the weekly. And that's going to be this one right here. I just put it in this level 2, where my pointer is 936. Looks like it was a close, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of volume did they have in these? Somebody go find out the open interest on these.
I have it. It's 610. The 535 is better. It's 1,000.
Yeah, see, only 610 contracts.
And the 540 is 1,700.
Oh, you're right.
So the 540 is much better.
So that 540 call, well, you can see that on the 540 call.
And it's Tuesday. It shouldn't lose that much, premium.
On the 540, you do have your open interest there. Now, what you're going to be looking at is the premium that they give, because you're $1, 1.33 ratio above the strike. Okay?
Okay, I'll load them 540.
Right. And the markets are going to open up in 3 more minutes. So, yeah, here they are. I need to put these in here and whatnot. So, okay, we're ready to go. We'll have some fun. I want people to watch that 540 put. I mean, hey, yesterday they shook them down.
Okay,
remember that. Today we're looking for, and we're going to open in 2 minutes, we're going to look at how they take all the premium out of this side of the market and how they take the 550 put premium out. Okay? And we're going to open up in 2 minutes, and we can see the gap. And
okay, $3 down, $4 down.
They're selling short to gap.
Good.
Pre-market.
So we can go higher later.
Don't you remember the high prints? Well, listen, this is what they do right before the opening bell. Is they're shorting it. It'll drop down. The price, and we're doing it live. We're watching them. 542.94. Look. See that up there? That's where the shorts were moving in. 543. Right here. And now on the opening bell, they'll buy it back and go long, and we're going to open up in about 2 minutes. And we're live. And we can see how to short up there. You see that? See how it's going back and forth in the bid and the ask? All right. Well, let's get ready to rumble in the price action. They shorted the gap, people. That's what they did yesterday. They walked them up, but then right before the open, it still has a big gap, don't get me wrong. But they're selling short again. They did that yesterday morning, everybody. Same thing on Apple. Watch. Apple's going to go up. The shorts that were short overnight, they didn't get no follow-up news like they had yesterday about the growth coming down 25%.
Too low on Apple.
Yeah, the bids are up and down.
Dow's at 100, transport's at 100, S&P, NASDAQ at 100, SPY at 100. VIX and VXN haven't opened yet.
Slide that bid on a short. That Apple was a slide that bid on that Apple. I'm watching that 410 put right here.
Oh, yeah.
Hit 635 on the 410 put. Right here, 635. It's bounced. Take a look.
14, 18, 15.
Okay.
Apple's trying to come off the low.
There you go. I'm hearing that there's a bid pop in play.
It's not strong yet.
Okay.
98, 70.
S&P's at 100.
Yeah, we're gonna make new lows on Apple. Looks like down to 3.
Yeah, Apple's going down.
Yeah.
There you go. Slide the bid.
NASDAQ down.
That's what we talked about in pre-market, isn't it? That's why we said
20,
short that move up there, and watch how that bottom gets put in. All right, the Dow's up 212 points.
We'll go 7.
200 points.
We'll go 0.
S&P is hitting that 1182.90 handle. So you know, I talked about 1186 on that S&P MMTs. Now, we were getting hit over here and making a market because there is no real market made yet. The puts did close at 1260 on the 540. So basically, we were down there bidding in. We have a reversal across the board. And this side of the market has put a low print of 890 right here so far. It says 850s, but I don't see that updating or populating. But they are sliding the bid on the opening bell.
Mario,
We are trying to steal that bid on the opening bell. We got the Apple is breaking higher, $2 off that low. Here's that opening bell right here live right now on this opening bell. We only came down 2 teenies on Apple, and we're holding that low, okay? So right elbow short to that teeny support level here, and this is live right now on a 9-minute bar in the price action with a diamond alert. And that's the buyer and the seller who are trying to make decisions in 6 minutes.
I have a weekly alert on Hess as well, 56.
Here we have on that opening bell, it's a 9-minute print still running on Apple. We were just at 0. What we are focusing on is this SMF teeny line, but there's a diamond alert, and that this bar is below it right here on the 9-minute opening bell, and the next teeny line is down here. So what we're monitoring is the strength or weakness between the buyer and the seller within a 9-minute opening bell. When it goes to 0, as it is now, we are coming to that price action teeny line. That means that it was weak between the buyer and the seller. So who got overpowered here? Obviously, the seller kind of pushed it down, but now the buyer seems to be coming in right here. So you got to watch that 3-minute bar. So Mr. Gibson, what you always want to know is that this bar did remain that diamond, but now it's how we're fighting right back in that IR from 0 to 23. That's what you want to see, and you want to see that elevation. because you came down on a 369 to that genie line, and now you're going to have to go through that process again. And what do you? Oh, there was a flash trade right here. Look at that, wick 408.75.
I don't see it on mine.
Well, here it is live on my, and I'm live right now, and you can see that there was a wick there. So something had to happen, and there had to have been a late print that caused the flash, or there was a flash print. So I'm going to have to investigate it. It's live.
Cool.
Everybody,
Okay, lower, NASDAQ
MMTs,
lower. Okay, going 4.8.
here's
Apple's
the
going to make a new low.
yes, it
Apple
is.
at 6.
Listen. Watch my pointer here. You see those two diamonds, Mr. Gibson? You want this
Yes.
body to close below them, or you want another 3-minute teeny below them.
Oh, it's trying this Google.
And you want that process to happen, because now you're going into a 3. You got a 3, you got a 6, 9, 12, and that's a 15-minute bar now. And you're elevated. It's trying to get up in the, it's not above 25, but you got to close below these diamonds. And if it holds, you would want the entry. And what would that look like? It would look like, just as this reversal bar
Apple's
down
popping.
was 2 teenies, you will pop 2 teenies up in price.
Take them down.
Here we go.
Go
Both
down
the
to
ADX
zero.
and the
That
comp breaking
diamond is
down.
below the last 2 diamonds right there, and they never closed above
Apple
these
at
half
2.
bars. The price volatility shoots
Apple
up,
at 0.
but then you got to
Okay, Google option, put options at the low of the day.
Right now they are 780 by 810 on the 540. These
Same with the
550
calls.
puts, they don't have enough range. They hit 30 on the low. They're 2970 by 3040, and that's a
Google's
550
holding
put in the
50.
money. You would think they would have took more premium out of there. Something says if we break higher on Google, then we're going to go higher. Take a look at your Apple trade right here live, and I'm
Okay, I'll
helping
take a
everybody.
contract for 5.8.
Okay, nice.
Then I'll sit on it
87.70.
if I
Okay.
get hit.
All right.
I did.
Here,
Won't put you in the wrong place.
Here
That's
we
for sure.
are,
sure.
right here. Leo's got an entry down here, 228 and some change, right?
92 on Goog.
And he's got a very strong IR. He's got an ascending diamond, and all of this is in the opening bell. Right now at 6:55 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the opening bell. We went through the pre-market. We went through the wait. Once again, I talked
This
about
Google's strong.
the gap open right here, everybody, and slide that bid. That's that opening, and that's exactly what everyone was told in pre-market. And if you go watch your pre-market video and you look at your opening right elbows, you'll see how the slide them bids are there. And that's how the money print. Then what I'm hearing, Leo's in at 228. Do you have a stop market order?
Yep.
All right, let me see what this half bar is. It's 229.48. And you're above that.
8.
Is that what you have? The previous half bar weighted? I've got $1 here. Let me make sure I'm on it right. I got $1.73 breakout bar right here in that 9 bar. Now, my diamond here and here are slightly a little bit lower, but I'm going to be really concerned about this half bar. And it's 229.48, and it's 58 by 90 pennies, 23 pennies wide. You're going to want to protect your stop market order. Good trade.
Yeah, it took me out at 230.
All right, so you're out right up here as you were having a descending diamond.
Right.
That is very nice. And
It's
you
just
were able,
too easy.
well, you were willing to take what the market would give you between the net weighted buyer and seller, correct?
Right.
That's awesome.
And the platform recommended my entry at 228.75. I got in there, had a limit
Oh.
order ahead of time.
That was in
Bing,
the
I was in
deltas.
and rode that baby up.
228.75, 1/8 delta.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Nice. And what was, did you get involved in any of these descending diamond reversals?
Yeah, I did. I caught the first one.
Right here?
I went down. It wicked me out. Yes, and it took me out of that. But I kept trying to get in.
See how what I talked in pre-market? Remember I talked about the high bar to the low bar?
Right.
And then
Yeah,
you
I took
start.
100 pennies off of that.
Oh, so you made 100 pennies. That's $1. That's wonderful. Do you remember in pre-market this morning when I said the high price action body of the bar at the
Right.
previous low bar,
Sure.
whether that's on a 3 minute or any time frame for that matter, and then your verification was what,
100
sir?
Google.
New high on Google.
All right. So let me let Leo say what his verification was.
Well,
540.
descending diamonds below the half bar, and I mean it was just near zero on the IR all the while, so it was just a no-brainer to keep getting in on the short.
Hi, Google.
All right. That's an excellent
540,
trade. So you got
100.
100 penny debit going this way, and you've got how many penny debits going the opposite way? Here.
Mary,
Yeah.
over 60 cents off that 540 put.
All right, cancel it. And put it
Cancel.
down there at, because they're breaking Google higher.
And then we
Watch
might
your
go
half
another
diamond bar
$2.
there, Leo. You guys, watch the lows in here and watch go to your Google stuff. You just put in that 541.23. Remember in pre-market where Google was, and then they slid it down, and they bought it at 536, and we're running north. This is how you can break higher in your delta, okay? Because you can. Excellent opening bell, by the way. Now, Leo, watch why you came out of that thing. Look at that Amazon. So you got, how many pennies did you get this way?
160 on the way up.
So you got 260 pennies, which equals $2.60, making a market between the public. Is this true?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. That's what an MMT is about here
Thank
and
you.
now.
I slid the bet on Apple.